Excerpt: The Heart of the Threshold. Dialogue in the White Void. This fleshed-out scene is designed to slot seamlessly into Section 1, the threshold of Chapter 1, bridging the brothers' initial convergence at the room's center. It expands the initial interaction beat into a full immersive exchange. Approximately 600 words of prose, rich with symbolic layering and rhythmic cadence. The dialogue subverts reader expectation. The White brothers' eloquence seduces like a siren's hymn, while the Black brothers' brevity hints at unplumbed depths. Use this as raw ore for your quill. Refine its edges as the operative chisel stone. It evokes the Masonic interrogatory, questions that test the candidate's light, yet inverts the colors to mirror distortion's masquerade. The White room breathed with an expectant hush, its marble expanse a mirror to infinity's unspoken. At its heart, the pedestal ascended like a forgotten altar bearing the two fruits, one aglow with pearlescent sheen, veined in silver filigree that whispered of celestial orchards, the other, a somber orb of obsidian hue, its surface etched with faint, interlocking lattices that seemed to pulse beneath the skin, as if harboring the quiet forge of stars. The brother in white approached first, his linen robes whispering against the floor like pages of an illuminated manuscript turned by unseen winds. Golden threads, compass points, and squared angles caught the room's diffuse light, casting prismatic halos that danced across the walls. He extended a manicured hand toward the radiant fruit, fingers splayed in benediction, and his voice unfurled, smooth as alabaster, resonant with the timbre of lecterns in grand halls. "Ah, brethren of the unseen quorum," he intoned, eyes alight with the fervor of one who has glimpsed the apex of the pyramid. "Behold the emblems of our eternal labor. This chamber, this void of purest white. It is the canvas upon which the great architect sketches the blueprint of becoming. See how the walls reflect not mere light, but lux ex umbra, the splendor born from shadow's womb. And these fruits portals, my friends, ripe with the nectar of gnosis. The luminous one." He caressed its curve, drawing forth a chime like distant temple bells. "It is the eye's own gaze, unblinking, unveiling the 7 liberal arts in a single transcendent sip. Geometry bends to its will. Rhetoric flows from its core. To partake is to ascend the winding stair 3 steps forward into the sublime." His words wove a tapestry of allure, each syllable a thread of silken speculation, pulling the listener, nay, the beholder, into a vortex of intellectual rapture. One might imagine the fruit's juice staining lips with the ink of forgotten grimoires, unlocking tongues to orate the lost word itself. In that moment, the brother in white stood as the very incarnation of purity. Unmarred, eloquent, the white knight of enlightenment astride his steed of symbols. Who could doubt his claim to the Father's light? His regalia gleamed not as adornment but as evidence, trinkets transmuted to talismans, proof of a mind that danced with mysteries as equals. From the room's far edge, the brother in black emerged like smoke coalescing into form. His woolen cloak, heavy with the scent of quarry dust and oiled leather, absorbed the light rather than reflecting it, trailing shadows that clung like loyal apprentices. No flourish marked his step. He carried the silver trowel at his belt not as ornament but as extension, its edge honed by hands that knew the bite of unyielding stone. He halted at the pedestal's flank, gaze fixed not on the fruits but on the join where marble met base, as if divining fissures invisible to the eye. The white brother turned, his smile a crescent of gracious welcome, though laced with the subtle arch of one who pities the uninitiated. "And you, shadowed kin, do you not see the harmony in this pallor? White, the color of initiation's dawn, the lambskin unbound, the cable toe cast off. Speak, brother, share your light with the lattice we build together." The black-clad one raised his eyes slowly, their depths like polished onyx, holding no judgment, only the weight of measured silence. When he spoke, his voice was a low rumble, forged in the bellows of solitude, each word placed like a cornerstone, deliberate, unadorned, interlocking with the air itself. "Light casts shadows," he murmured, his hand hovering near the obsidian fruit, not grasping but aligning, as if attuning a level to the earth's hidden pulse. "The room is white to blind the seeker. Symbols gleam but do not warm. What fruit do you wield, brother, or merely where?" The white brother laughed, a sound like crystal facets clinking in approval. "Charming, disarming. Wield?" A pause. pregnant as the interval before the gavel falls. The brother in white laughed, a sound like crystal facets clinking in approval. Charming, disarming. Wield, oh, we embody them, my friend. This compass at my breast. He tapped the golden arc, which hummed faintly. It points not to maps, but to the moral north. Virtue's unerring arc. I have discoursed on its arcs in forums veiled and vast, unraveled the square's secrets in the neon glow of modern quarries. The mystery, it is a story I tell, thread by golden thread, until the profane no more. Join me in the telling. Let white be our banner against the night. The brother in black inclined his head, a gesture of honor rather than concession, his fingers brushing the obsidian's lattice. A subtle vibration rippled through the pedestal, unseen by the white's dazzled gaze. Stories scatter like chaff, he replied, voice steady as the plumb line. Truth is laid, stone by stone. In humility, the secret holds. What honors the father is not the gleam, but the grip. The white fruit seemed to brighten in response, its filigree winking like a conspirator's wink, while the obsidian one deepened, its veins tracing paths that echoed the room's nascent cracks, faint, insistent, like roots seeking soil. The air thickened, charged with the unspoken right. Who would claim the first bite? The eloquent illuminator or the silent sentinel? End of excerpt. This scene plants the inversion seed, the brothers in white telling as seductive distortion, the blacks laying as humble harmony, while teasing the revelation to come in section 2. The dialogue's rhythm mirrors Masonic catechism, question, flourish, terse truth. For the first volume, envision this as the overture to a multi-part saga, with echoes rippling into later chapters' lodge vignettes. Continued excerpt, the heart of the threshold, the inner rites, tempests unveiled. This extension plunges inward from the White brothers' wavering touch, interweaving dual inner tempests as italicized soliloquies, vortex for the speculative's distortion, forge for the operative's harmony. It anchors in section 2, the masquerade unfurling's emotional nadir, using the obsidian's jolt as catalyst, White's tempest as a maelstrom of unraveling illusions, ego's gale, phantom accolades crumbling to chaff, Black's as a controlled conflagration, humility's steady bellows, roots of honor anchoring the gale. Symbolic interplay persists. The tendrils now conduits for psychic bleed, lattices mirroring inner lattices, contrasting chaos with composure to invert reader empathy fully. 900 words. This introspective right crests towards section 3's dawn fracture, the grays evolving to a shared vision quest. For the volume, these tempests echo as archetypal soliloquies, leitmotifs for lodge souls in later chapters. The jolt of recognition surged through the brothers in white faltering grays, a synaptic spark that arced not just flesh to fruit, but mind to marrow, the obsidian's pulse infiltrating like subterranean scripture, etching its lattice upon the parchment of his thoughts. The tendrils tightened not in snare but in fraternal suture, weaving his blackened palm into the orb's weave. Yet where one might expect union's balm, a tempest ignited within, his inner right, a cyclone of distortion unchained. The room's checkered ghosts stirred in response, tiles tilting like compass needles caught in magnetic strife, the whirlwind's dying gusts feeding the gale inside him, phantoms of his own conjuring swirling into a maelstrom that drowned the canticle's distant hymn. How dare this shadow insinuate? His mind howled, a vortex of gilded fury spiraling from the diadem's shattered shards, each facet a splintered memory, refracting not light, but the lurid glow of unearned triumphs. I am the illuminator, the orator who threads the veil with words sharper than any chisel's edge. See them, the brethren in my neon quarries, eyes wide as pylons under my discourse, gavels falling like thunder to my cadence. Eloquence is the lost word, they chant, my echo their Eucharist. What grip does this black-clad relic proffer? A trowel's blunt honesty, sweat-soaked and sightless, laying stones in the dark while I ascend the spire, compass in hand, mapping the moral firmament for all to behold. White is my mantle, purity's prism, untarnished by toil's grime, unbowed by the quarry's groan. To serve, to hew like some medieval drudge anonymous in the foundation's crypt? No, my cathedrals stand in the symposium's vault, immortal in ink and applause. His? Forgotten footings eroded by time's indifferent reign. The Father's light favors the proclaimer, the one who names the mysteries, unveils Hiram's arc in symposia where symbols sing symphonies of syntax. Shadow devours. White devours the shadow, banishing it to the profane's pale. This fruit, this shadowed lie, it tempts with base alloy. A pauper's promise to unthrone the king. Recoil, yes. Reclaim the pearlescent's nectar, its visions of victory unsoiled by soil. For what is operation but evasion, a mutter in the margin, while I compose the canon. I am the bridge, he the buttress, unseen, unsung. Let the gale rage, it fuels my flight. Yet even as the cyclone whipped, ego's winds lashing against the tendril's gentle insistence, birthing psychic hail that pummeled his certainties, a spectral gavel cracking mid-strike, a phantom audience dissolving to jeering voids. An insidious undercurrent tugged, the obsidian spark flickering not as foe but as forgotten forge. Flashes of hollow husks beneath his tapestries, cathedrals of conjecture cantilevered without keel, the thrill of acclaim curdling to the ache of unanchored echo. Doubt needled, a thorn in the vortex's eye. What if the story misses the stone? What if my shout scatters the secret, not safeguards it? The maelstrom hollowing at its core, frost veins within him fracturing to reveal not purity, but the chill of isolation. White's glare, a solitary spotlight on an empty stage. Across the pedestal, and across the rift's yawning maw, the Black Brother's inner right unfolded in stark counterpoint. His tempest, not a cyclone's chaos, but a conflagration contained. The steady roar of the operative's bellows, fueled not by fury, but by the unquenchable embers of humility's hearth. Where the white's gales scattered, his flames gathered. The obsidian's pulse mirroring his own, tendrils now conduits of quiet communion. The lattice within him resonating with the room's emergent checkers, each tile a node in honor's vast vault. No whirlwind assailed him. Instead, a forge wind fanned deliberate mallets of memory striking anvil thoughts in rhythmic temperance, the canticle internalized as a blacksmith's litany, chiseling doubt not to shards, but to serviceable steel. And so the stone yields, brother, his soul intoned, a forge flame steady as the plum's unerring drop. Visions not of spectral swirls, but of strata unveiled. Quarries bathed in dawn's oblique angle, hands blackened not by curse, but by covenant, laying the widow's keystone with the weight of whispered oaths. Light casts shadows to reveal, not conceal. The rough ashlar's grain, the perfect cube's quiet face. You rage in White's whirlwind, proclaiming peaks you have not climbed, tapestries threaded with another's thread. But I walk the measure, trowel and grip, mortar of mercy binding the breach. Humility is no mutter, but the mortar's mute miracle, holding the arch when words would warp it. Honor? The keystone's kiss, unseen yet sovereign, arching the profane to peerage in the Father's shadow. Your cathedrals gleam, then gutter, mine endure, etched in the earth's honest echo. The secret guards itself in the serve, not seized in spectacle, but wrought in vigil. This fruit, this shadowed grace, it calls not to throne, but to tread. Operate in the lattice's weave, unfractured, where the shout finds soil. Let your gale break upon this bellows, it fans no flight but forges the bond. We are brethren in the quarry's call, your echo, my endurance, together the right complete. Reach true, kin, the spark awaits the strike. His conflagration warmed the rift without widening it, embers drifting as psychic cinders to temper the white cyclone. Lattice roots delving deeper, checkered ghosts solidifying beneath the marble, black tiles absorbing the frost's frenzy, white ones reflecting the flame's fidelity. No isolation chilled him. Instead, a fraternal fullness swelled, the operative's tempest a symphony of solitude and solidarity, humility's hearth radiating not to conquer, but to kindle, the spark in the obsidian flaring brighter, syncing with his pulse to birth a shared vision. Not two tempests clashing, but one right entwined, the white gale shepherded toward the black forge, thorns of doubt melting to vines of vow. The touch held, no longer faltering but fusing, the jolt evolving to a jointure, the room's sheening pearl gray deepening to dawn's first blush. Checkered pavement erupting fully now, a mosaic of duality where frost and ember danced in tessellated truce. The White Brother's maelstrom subsided at the edges, his cyclone's eye widening to glimpse the forge's glow. The black's conflagration banked to embers, patient for the shared strike. Yet the right teetered still, the pearlescent's husk twitching in final defiance, a whisper of recoil threading the air. Illusion or invitation? The porchway quivered, the two trees' roots interlacing above and below. Harmony's vine tentatively twining distortion's thorn. The inner tempests contrast a clarion. Chaos yields to craft when the grip honors the gale. This introspective bridge contrasts the tempests viscerally. Whites as erosive entropy, scattering, hollowing. Blacks as constructive constancy, gathering, kindling, using the jolt as alchemical hinge, birthing partial union to propel Section 3's revelation. The soliloquies echo Masonic catechisms internalized, deepening archetypes for the volume's soul lattice.